Talk to me what you found and what you felt.
It's amazing. Your eyes dance. So the first thing that I felt was I felt safe. And as I looked deeper into your eyes, which to me is the road to your soul, deep into your soul, I saw images of past lives, but how your soul has been created along its journey, and the strength that I very rarely trust anybody, but seeing that and seeing your soul and who you are, I have full trust.
And what differences today made to you?
Where I thought my bubble was protecting me, I realized that it was actually encouraging the negative energy around me to actually overcome me and take control of my fears and enhance them. Now realizing that if I include the people that are very important to me that I can trust and feel safe with, and include them in my bubble, then that will protect me more, and bring in the positive energy and push the negative energies away. And to learn to trust, and to learn to be safe, and to realize that that's what Neil only wants to give me.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to hurt me. He just wants to help me.
Now he knows how.
Yes, he knows how now.
Fantastic. So it's not exactly a technique, is it?
No, it's not a technique. It is. It's not thought. It's just feeling. It's feeling of being overwhelmed with joy, feeling happy, bringing in that type of emotion, which then pushes out the negative outside of you. It also helps ground you. So it takes away the focus of your body leaving, your soul leaving your body, and it helps bring it back and makes it softer, makes the soul softer, and it helps stabilize and ground you within yourself.
Yeah.
And that either makes or breaks it.
Yeah. And you actually really felt that today.
Yeah. And it helps you to control the outside emotions that have been influenced by everybody else and different energies around you, and just focuses on you, on what you need for yourself.
And how is that going to help everyone else around you when you're taking care of yourself to that degree?
Well, as you know, as you're aware, Neil and I are at loggerheads when it comes to communicating. So I'm very fearful, and my emotions are then stressed in such a way that they're blunt, they're sharp, and they're not appropriate. They're not loving, they're not supporting, they're not caring. It's more of shutting him out and not allowing him to actually get close to me or support me.
Because you're busy protecting yourself.
Yeah. So if I can ground myself and to encourage myself to become lighter within myself and actually feel just more aware that I become a different person. I become more relaxed, I become more me, I'm softer, and then I can communicate better.
So you won't be sharp and you won't.
No.
And because we're defending ourselves, we become dismissive, because the last thing we want is any other influence where we feel threatened, don't we?
Exactly.
Mhm.
To dissipate.
So when we
The
started, that
negative.
didn't even seem like a remote possibility, did it?
No, not at all. I've never had someone actually know how to support me through it and to understand me, to know my fears and how to actually work through them and support me and protect me.
Beautiful. And now you know how to protect yourself, and even your husband was present to watch that happen, which was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I've kept a lot from him because it's not. A lot of people don't understand.
Well, how do you share that with him?
Yeah, well,
Exactly, it's
really
very hard without that person that's helped. Like, I've put you through that. You can only share with him the shift. You couldn't really share with him the fear, because that wouldn't have helped him in any way.
No.
In fact, I'm sure you would have been concerned that he'd run away.
Yes, that I should be in an asylum or something.
For so much fear. But it was much simpler than that when we really can focus with the right support.
With the right support, you can get past it. I always wanted it. It was.
But it was the fear of knowing, not really knowing whether I could really do that.
I didn't
be
know
there
if
for
you
you.
could help me.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a fear in itself, because I know.
And it's a valid fear.
Yeah.
Very valid.
Because the images come. Sometimes they're slow, and then they're right in your face, and you're actually in. It's like as if you're actually in that scenario at that particular moment. And then others just flick through, but they're so frightening, they just keep going. So it depends on the scenario, depending on how long they stay or how quick they go.
Right. Now, how have these feelings affected your life? Like, not just with Neil, but outside of that? You've been very good
Yes.
hiding them.
Very
But how
good
has
at
that
hiding.
affected you?
Emotionally, you become a hermit. I find it very hard to socialise and talk freely and openly, because what happens in my little world and what happens in their world, they'd probably have their own problems, whether it be anger, passion, fear. As you know, everyone has something generally, which if they're not spiritual, it's really hard to connect with them, I suppose. Like one of the guys I worked with, very spiritual but very immature.
Yeah.
So you could only talk to him on a certain level, and then, but because I don't have the trust or I don't feel safe enough to really express myself. You portray something that you're not. In a lot of instances, you portray that you're fine, you're happy, everything's going really well, but on the inside, you're just melting.
Well, with him, you probably wouldn't be able to really do much. It's just acknowledging that, and you did the right thing. There's only so far you can go with him. He's not looking for anything else from you. He's not looking for guidance in that department. So then we really can't do anything unless we're asked.
Yes, that is what I've needed.
Yes.
Because as you can see, I didn't know how to deal with the negative energy. I didn't know what to do with it, and it engulfed me, and it took over. And I didn't have control, and that's the biggest fear. Because standing here with that water initially, these windows were shaking, and the mirrors were shaking, and they were coming into me. So it's not to do with being outside near a river or a stream that's open. It had to be something that was to do with inside something. I don't know. I've had a few visions, but I can't work it out.
Mm-hmm.
It might not have even been me. It might have been someone else's spirit that was inside of me that I was.
That's right.
You don't know.
You feel quite different now, though, don't you?
Yeah, I don't have any spirits in me. I don't have any negative spirits around me whatsoever now. But when you got here, they were just coming in left, like that door was open and they were just piling in the door. I don't know how else to explain it.
They were probably coming in to protect the one inside you or around you.
Yeah.
And they were going to beat us.
Yes, I think you're very correct in that aspect because
they feel threatened if they're going to be moved.
Yeah, like
they're gone now.
Yeah, they've gone now.
Yeah.
So
now you know what to do if for any reason they come around, because spirits are everywhere basically.
They are.
Exactly.
They're absolutely everywhere you go. There's a spirit, and it depends on.
And from now on, you know to keep yourself strong in the way.
Yes, and I know that works. It took a bit to allow it to happen and because there were certain parts that were coming back in. So we get to a certain stage and I felt, okay, I'm good, I'm okay there, they're not here at the minute. And then we start on something else and then they start flying in again. Then I was getting, I felt like I was going to hyperventilate, started crying and I was just getting shaky and I'm like, okay, they're controlling me again. So back to the focus
with me, and I pulled you back into.
I only had to look into your eyes, and I could see your soul. So that is what kept me under control, so to speak.
Good.
Yeah.
So if you need to, you can always get that vision back.
Yes, I can. I'll just visualize what I've been looking at, so I'll be fine now. So Beautiful. If I get really bad, I can just visualize.
And you can always call me.
I see. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I can walk you through over the phone.
Thank you.